Yo, what's up YouTube family? It's your boy Coolsy back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Today we will be reacting to some creepy and woke Parasite Cleanse Part 2 TikTok reactions. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment so you don't miss any of the new hot videos that I'm gonna drop in the future. With that said, let's get to it.
Your butt itches, you have worms, and this is the best dewormer for you and your children. It kills amoebas and intestinal parasites. It is a purgative that will cleanse your whole body. Let your butt start itching, and this will get rid of it fast. Every time you feel that itch that indicates the presence of intestinal parasites, clean your stomach quickly. You will need 3 medium garlic cloves and half a glass of milk. Finally, chop the 3 cloves of garlic and add them to the blender. Add the half glass of milk and blend for a few minutes. Drink this on an empty stomach. You will see how just once you take it, you will be free of intestinal parasites. This is an excellent and natural home remedy to deworm us, human beings. We need to deworm twice a year. Share in the comments if you have been bitten hard. I want to send a shout out to all of you who have gone through this. This dewormer is excellent and can be used by both adults and children. It is something natural that will not cause them any harm. It is very beneficial. I recommend it. Get rid of intestinal parasites and amoebas. It does not taste bad. Prepare it and purify yourself.
Man, we got to try that out for sure.
This feels illegal to know. Did you know that papaya seeds are naturally antifungal and get rid of parasites? What you want to do is have these seeds raw and have them without chewing on them. You want to have the whole thing, have it with water or something, and then have the fruit so you don't get an adverse reaction. What this will do is this will start detoxing your body. According to Ayurveda, anything that's bitter is greatly detoxing, and these are a perfect way to do it. And the papaya will also keep you cool. Although it's great for all body types, it's especially good if you want to be on the cooler side. One thing to keep in mind is that the seeds act like natural birth control. So if you're trying to conceive, don't have too many. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
It's definitely a good source of parasite cleansing. You know what I'm saying? I tried that myself before with some smoothies and stuff like that with papaya seeds, pineapple, blueberries, and ginger, and trust me, it works wonders. We'll have some examples in the video how this stuff could cleanse you out too as well.
Now, papaya seeds are very important. You want to eat the papaya seeds and swallow them whole to remove parasites from the body. Don't crush them, don't bite them. They're magnets, and they attach themselves to parasite and brings them right out. If you crush it, it loses its magnetism. So just swallow them whole.
Thanks. Try it out.
POV, you've gained 20 pounds in 4 months, and you think you have a parasite or something. Oh, you're scared me. Baby. Oh gosh. Oh, this thing is extra ripe. So I'm thinking, instead of trying to spoon it and just eat it, the seeds, I would just scoop them into a glass. No, we're gonna drink them and just swallow them whole, because the parasites attached to these, they're like magnets, and then they just come out in your stool.
That's something to think about.
My biggest fear is I feel something dangling,
Right.
and then I have to grab it.
I don't think
And I don't want to look. I'm gonna just get up and flush. And I think you can be a gentleman to go first.
Oh,
And then just chug that.
just
Don't
chug
chew.
it. Don't chew. Don't do anything. Just chug. Okay. All right, we'll find out how that goes.
Good job, baby.
Uh-huh.
If he can do it, I can do it. Oh my gosh. Big bubba. Big bubba. I don't know how he did that. Okay, I think
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
I think that's enough. No, no, no. You got this. Just add more juice. Think pills, think pills. Okay, that helped my mindset much better. I did. I'm gonna freeze this, then add it to my smoothie, frozen fruit smoothie mixture. Yeah, because other than that, nah, I'm cool on this. Like for part 2, let's save this video. Thanks.
Fact, that does work, man. It works wonders. But I know they say don't crush them up and stuff like that. But me, I tried them 2 different ways. I tried them crushed up and I tried them whole. To me, it seemed like the crushed up version like helps cleanse you out more. In my humble opinion, you can try it whichever way you want. But like they say, do not take more than a spoonful or 2. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it was a teaspoon or a tablespoon. I'm pretty sure it said it in the video, but it will work wonders. But you can try a whole too, you know, without crushing the papaya seeds. But I'm gonna tell you now, it has a weird feeling, weird sensation, especially if you're a person like me. Like it just feels weird. You know, I don't even like take pills or swallow pills, so it's weird for me. But this is some slimy, you know, feeling, and they kind of got a kind of nasty taste to them too. So you want to try to drink it with something like, you know, that has a good flavor, and try to, like she say, chug them down right quick. But yeah, don't take too much of those seeds though, because they have cyanide in them. So you know what I mean. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, let's do some more research before you try to consume these things.
Do not ever forget to take your Parasite detox with the binder. I accidentally forgot to take my binder yesterday, and I've been sick all night and all part of the day yesterday, and I kept thinking, why am I feeling so desperately ill? All the die-off symptoms, y'all. Headache, raging headache. Body felt like it was run over by a truck. Stomach cramps, just everything. And I thought to myself, why am I experiencing such hard die-off symptoms? So I got up at midnight because I was feeling really poorly. And on the counter sat my cup with the fulvic acid in it. I forgot to take it yesterday. Child, when I tell you I gulped that stuff down like a 2-ton elephant, it's going to take, it's working. I'm starting to feel better. But this is what I tell everyone. The binder is the holy grail when you are doing a parasite detox. How these people out here are doing parasite detoxes without them, no wonder they say you have to stay by the bathroom. You feel sick. You have to take days off work. I get it now. I get it now, sister. I get it now, Harry Crumb. I get it. Woo, doggy. That's why Posh Mama preaches. She preaches to the choir. She preaches to the church. Listen, binder. Super important when doing a parasite detox. If you do not take a binder, you will end up in the hospital. That is how bad the die-off symptoms are. I drank a whole cup of onion water last night. Man, my mucus and phlegm's coming up. I got to do a lung cleanse today. Man, I tell you, whew, I was feeling rough around the edges. I was feeling rougher. I was feeling like a buttered up cat. Whoo, I had gas coming out of both ends. Burp, fart, burp, fart, burp, and then I'd fart, and then I'd fart some more, and then I'd burp. My stomach, I thought, whew. I'm still not feeling 100%, but I'm getting better. Do not forget the binder with your parasite detox, please. And what I'm going to say too, when you're doing a heavy metal detox, it binds the metals out of you. But what I'm thinking too now, I'm wondering if it's not a good idea to keep taking the fulvic acid with that. Ooh, doggy. Man, I was stinking up the bathroom. I thought I was about done with my parasite detox. But last night, ooh, I dropped some big old Lincoln logs and they stank. Oh, I stank so bad. I smelled so, I know TMI, but I'm not done detoxing yet. I'm not done. But my bottles aren't empty either, so we're good. But happy, is this Tuesday or Wednesday, man?
always take your binder.
This is what happens when we kill off parasites, worms, and toxins. They release all of those viruses, bacteria, eggs, spores, heavy metals. This is why a binder is so important while you're cleansing, to protect all of this from going back into your bloodstream.
Facts.
Alrighty, this is for the people who are doing the parasite cleansing. You want to grab this drink right here. You'll want to get one of these two drinks right here. So that is quinine. That helps break down the biofilms, which is one of the most difficult things to do. And it also makes the cells more permeable. So it's really good to take with the herbs, especially because it's kind of like a carrier, so it carries more of the nutrients into the cells. And here's another supplement that you guys should get. NAC. It's an antioxidant, helps the liver, and it helps break up the mucilage that's built up within the body, kind of like hardened lymph system or a stagnant lymphatic system. It helps liquefy basically that system and helps you move it out. And don't forget to do the big 6 to help move it all out.
I'm glad he confirmed what I was thinking, because I was going to tell y'all before the binder video, like, something probably good is something that's high in antioxidants, like pineapple, pomegranate seed or pomegranate juice. And another good thing is coconut milk, like raw coconut, the coconut milk. Coconut milk and coconut shavings. In my brews that I had, I wouldn't say just brews, but you know what I mean. I mean, like, in my smoothie beverages that I was making, I would have coconut milk inside and coconut shavings. And me, I hate coconut. I can't stand coconut, but I was trying to get well, so that's what I did. And I'm telling you, that plus the ginger, it made me feel like amazing. I feel like a new person. Like when I was drinking it, especially with the ginger and the coconut, it was like instantly, like I could feel it draining me or working inside me, like not draining me, it's making me tired, like draining all of the bad stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like they tell you, most of this stuff is like anti-fungal and bacterial stuff. Like it works wonders, especially if you got some lemon with it too, like it works wonders, man. And I drink it, I would make them myself and drink them for like at least a couple of months, and shoot, man, I feel back to me now. Like it's crazy. That's what them good fruit will do to you, but you have to know which ones to buy and which ones to get. And we're gonna help you with this video like we have been so far.
The ones that I've been seeing, the parasites I pee out. These are my results from doing a fulvic acid soak bath. My full body was immersed. This creates an alkaline environment for worms, and they can't survive in it. So I had an incredible amount of worms come up, but I also had big specks of heavy metals that you can see floating on top of the bath. This is not some gimmick, this is real deal. This left me incredibly nauseous, very lethargic and emotional. I actually had to get on a flight the next morning to Miami, and I just could not believe how emotional I was. It brought up a lot of different trauma and sensors in my body, and look how much came out of my body. It was absolutely insane. I had done 3 parasite cleanses, 1 mold cleanse with Rogers Hood. So my body was really open to getting rid of these things. I highly recommend it, you guys.
Ew. You have more though.
I really don't want to show this to you. You really don't want to see it. But because you're asking, fine, I'll do it. But because you're asking, I don't want to see any comments that are negative or mean, because you guys are asking for it. If you're new here and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm about to show you the parasite that came out of me after I did a colon hydroflush. This is extremely embarrassing for me, and I feel very vulnerable, but I'm just trying to shed some light here that parasites are a thing and we have them inside of us. So when you're having those cravings for sugar, for any type of treats of your desires, most likely it's not you, it's this.
Ew.
Now, I apologize in advance because I am fully aware that this is absolutely disgusting. Like, I will not be surprised if this video gets taken down because this is really gross. I literally saw it, I took a picture of it, and I flushed it down the toilet. I unfortunately made a big mistake and did not take this to my doctor for further testing. I it had to go out of my sight. It was the only time something like this came out of me, and I have never seen anything ever since. To give a little bit of background story, I've had stomach issues. I love how it's like literally, that's disgusting. I've been having stomach issues since 2019. It is now 2023. I'm led to believe in 2018, I got a parasite from visiting Vietnam. And I think it manifested into this massive worm that has lived in my colon for so many years. And after I did a hydroflush therapy, it came out 2 days later. This was just my experience. I do believe I got mine from Vietnam. However, you can also get them in first world countries, clean countries, simply from bad fish, bad meat. All it really takes is you just eat a poopy egg on a raw piece of tuna or a salmon or some like uncooked meat. And there you have it. Parasites.
Man, that was a whole earthworm. That's nasty.
Okay, so I absolutely was not going to post a picture or video of the actual parasite because, for one, knowing the circumstances, and for two, I really didn't know if I was going to get blocked on TikTok or not. But just researching it and seeing other people post their parasites, I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. And plus, y'all was asking to see it in the comments anyway. So yeah, and also I just wanted to say that parasites come in different, sizes and different colors. Mine, unfortunately, was skinny and more so tan. It didn't really have time to feed off or anything, but if y'all want to see it, I'm finna show y'all.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that we can have inside us, guys. That's why it's important to cleanse. These are parasites. They worse than that. They bigger than that. They longer than that. It gets worse, man. Let's continue.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is technically my day 2. Grape juice, binder. You gotta do it fast because this stuff turns to jelly. This is the worst part, honestly. What do you think? I think I did this last night through yesterday. Okay, it's time to dry brush. Technically supposed to start at the feet. Brush toward your heart. It's supposed to help with blood flow and lymphatic drainage. Dry brushing, done. Those are worms. Those were in me. Nasty. I just went to the bathroom and had worms in there. So we're doing our parasite tincture, the microbiome, and then the aminos. Okay, our shake today.
Look at those fruit. And that's how it turns out.
Happen, but it wasn't until it happened that I was like, oh my gosh, it's so gross. And I don't think I have it in me to like be able to like scoop them out. Anyways, here's your warning. You always have to give a warning. If you don't want to see worms and mucoid plaque, skip ahead. I'm taking a shower right now. I'm just like so skeezed out.
To be continued, like and follow for part 2 of day 2.
Man, I'm telling you, y'all make y'all some of them fruit smoothies like that, and don't forget the ginger. It works wonders, and they taste amazing. I mean, they taste amazing. I'm telling you, for sure. And don't forget to add your papaya in there.
So I blocked all my exes and then decided to do another parasite cleanse. So this time I got apple cider vinegar, clay, and Epsom salt. I was missing the baking soda, but this works just as well. So I laid in there, put my feet in there in the hot water, and I'm not gonna lie, that is a parasite, guys. This works. That white thing, another parasite. My feet got pale, but also they have red dots all over them, which I don't understand. That's another parasite, guys. Disgusting. That came out of me, like insane. And then, okay, those are hairs, but then the white thing that's floating around, I don't know what that was. And this is another parasite. Like, I'm in disbelief. I'm gonna try it again next week with baking soda to see if it works better, but this was insane. I'm actually really grossed out.
Man, you better try it out.
Have a tapeworm? Let's find out naturally. Fill your bathtub with 3 to 4 gallons of whole milk. Try and relax and sit in there for an hour. Tapeworms like milk, so it'll pop its head out. Pull it out. You'll want to do it again in a week to expel all the larvae. Let me know how it goes.
Remember, there's always more than one way to skin a cat, so you're going to see different examples and different ways to parasite cleanse and different types of parasite cleanses. The previous one that you seen with the lady with her feet in there, I know you seen that worm moving. So that's a prime example of what could be inside your feet or what could be inside your body. These things will come out all different types of ways. I'm telling you.
This might be the largest tapeworm I've ever seen. It's so gross. See how thin it is? It like presses itself up against the intestine, so it's really hard to detect. Look at all of those segments. 46 uteruses in each segment.
I ain't gonna lie, first time I seen that, I thought they were noodles. I thought it was a bowl of noodles. I'm sorry, that's disgusting. And she got to talking and I kept listening and I was like, oh, hell no. Them ain't no noodles, man. That's a big ass worm coming out of somebody's ASS. For real. It's nasty, man.
So this is a colonoscopy of a patient who was having abdominal pain and diarrhea, and he eventually went to the doctor and they recommended getting a colonoscopy because this was going on for a very long time. And this is what they found. They found that inside his colon there were these things. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to figure out what this is. These are parasites that are alive, moving in his intestine. They kept getting larger and larger and his symptoms continued to get worse. Most likely this person ended up getting these parasites from consumption of undercooked food, meat for example, like pork. These parasites are well known. And there are many different types of parasites that you can get that go into your stomach, specifically your colon, like tapeworm, roundworms. Just by looking at the length of this worm, this is most likely a roundworm because they could actually measure more than 20 centimeters in length and they can live in your intestine for many years without you even knowing until you start developing symptoms. My recommendation is to make sure that if you're going to eat any type of meat, make sure it's well cooked and try to avoid undercooked or raw pork because there's a possibility you can get a parasite like this.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was somebody, but...
Have you ever put tape over your booty hole? When I was in college, my roommate Amber, her booty hole was itchy. Like, she complained about it for days. And my best friend Nicole and I, we convinced her to put tape over it every night before she went to bed because we were in our pediatric clinicals and we had just learned about pinworms. And one of the things that they teach you is that it makes your booty hole itch. And one of the ways that you can test for it is you just cover it with Scotch tape at night. You might get the hiccups because you can't hot puff, but you put tape over it, and then in the morning when you wake up, there's eggs on the tape, and that means you have pinworms. So for a whole week, every night before bed, she bent over. One of us held the flashlight, the other one taped that thing shut, tight. Nothing was getting out, right? But there was never any eggs in the morning. I was so disappointed. I thought for sure she had pinworms, but that's not what it was. She went home for the weekend and we were looking under her bed for something and we found all these empty cans of fat-free Pringles. This was back in the early 2000s when Olestra was a thing. Do you remember Olestra? And the reason why it was discontinued? It's because it was causing booty hole leakage. She was eating too many cans of fat-free Pringles and that Olestra was just running right through her body and that is what was making her booty hole itch. Not because she had pinworms, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
But yeah, you should always keep some Scotch tape on hand. You never know when it could come in handy.
Man, that was a funny story. Could have got me.
I don't know why people are so crazy about bear meat. Some people really like bear meat, but I've seen what bears eat. A grizzly bear, I mean, you skinning them and there's worms this long crawling out their ass. And they got a lot, and those worms can hurt you. They're bad if they get into a person. They can cause serious problems because they don't stay in your intestines. They go into your brain in different weird places. If the eggs get into you and they hatch because they're an unfamiliar host, they don't know where to go.
Oh, Jesus.
They go into spinal cord, they go all over the place.
What do they do if that happens to you?
A lot of kids have had big problems. The same kind of, very similar kind of worm lives in raccoons.
So I bought the salmon.
That's disgusting.
Wild caught, fresh salmon. Ate most of it, half of it, and I saw a little piece of brown string. I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was probably just a bone or something. Then I took a closer look, shine my black light, and I see a whole bunch of little worms. It's all parasites.
Watch this. They got active. That's scary. I ain't gonna lie though, but you seen the salmon video? All my avid salmon eaters, man. I used to eat salmon at least once or twice a month, man. About a year or two ago. Man, after I got into these videos and I started seeing this stuff about the parasites in the fish like salmon like that, oh man, I ain't no more salmon for me. I stopped eating salmon. But that's not the only thing that give you worms. But if you see something like that that has so many worms in it and you still continue to consume it, you just asking for trouble, man. And I really, me personally, I used to love some salmon. I used to cook it, man. Like oven or on a grill and stuff and wrap it up and stuff. But now knowing that you probably could kill a garlic juice and something lemon juice or something like that, lime juice, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I still couldn't try it, man. Cause knowing it's infested with that many worms, like man, that means you consuming the worms still in the eggs and all that. And nah, I'm not too hot on that. Especially knowing it too. That's crazy. But y'all, that's the end of the video. Y'all let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. It's your boy Koozie. I'm out. Today is Halloween. Y'all be safe out there. Cause this is really the devil's day, and the veil is very thin today. It has been all month, but today especially. So y'all be safe out there. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Holla.